Hey there, Lincoln here from bullacademy.org. Today, let's talk about SoFi. I was reading through a Facebook thread in the SoFi investors group, and I saw this guy talking about how Anthony Noto's interview with Morgan Stanley went great, and he was announcing new products that they're working on, and SoFi Plus, and all the great news that's in the pipeline. And then there's this guy in the chat, in the comments, as you always do, go down to the comments and read them, because that's what any sane person does. So I go into the comments and I see this guy talking about, oh, doesn't matter what they do. They're talking about doing a reverse stock split. They proposed a reverse stock split and it's going to make the stock go from 5 to 50, and then the market's going to send it back down to 5 again. So he's saying that today SoFi might be worth, let's say, $5 per share. And if SoFi does a 10-for-1 split, makes the price go to $50 per share, 50, that just because they did that, the market's going to say, hey, we hate that move, Anthony Noto. SoFi sucks. We're saying that now, SoFi, because you did that move, SoFi is worth 10x less than it was yesterday, just because you did a reverse stock split. He's saying that because they do a reverse stock split, let me take these shades off. Because SoFi does a reverse stock split, that the shares are going to go from 50, which is where they would be after the split, to 5. That's a 10x drop. I don't think he understands what that means. And he's not alone. He's symptomatic of the hysteria around reverse stock splits and just propaganda. People are just going crazy, losing their minds over the possibility, right? Not even a plan to do a reverse stock split. He's freaking out over the reverse stock split so much that he thinks that just because the stock split happens, that all of a sudden the market, which does have inefficiencies in the short term, but eventually has efficiencies, is pretty efficient in the long term. He thinks that the market is going to be so upset with SoFi for doing a split that they mark SoFi down 10x. Literally cut the pricing by 10. That doesn't make any sense in any situation. Unless SoFi should be worth, what is that? 5 divided by 10 today, it is 50 cents per share. He believes that the market's going to take SoFi from $5 per share to 50 cents per share just because it does a reverse stock split. Does that make any sense to anyone? No. But that's just exactly how much people don't make any sense. They just say stuff. They just want to be mad to be mad. They don't know what they're talking about. I've broken down what this means for SoFi, this possibility of a reverse stock split. And what I say in that video from a few weeks ago is exactly what Anthony Noto has come out and said after the fact. After I explain exactly why they want to get the powers of a potential reverse stock split to their board, the only reason to do that right now is so that they don't have to try to rush in the future and hold a shareholder vote when they need that power the most. Because shareholder votes are slow. And when you need something, you don't want to have to go to the shareholders and say, hey, I need a consensus right now. Consensus is expensive. It's slow. So Anthony Noto and his management team, that's very smart. That's why we have them. That's why he was hired after the scandal to take SoFi out of the scandal in 2017 to get them to where they are now as a publicly traded company and a CNBC top 50 disruptors multiple years in before they went public. That's why we have him on our team, because he's smart. They have good management. It's just prudent of them to say, hey, the market is very uncertain right now. We want to make sure that if things get worse and the market behaves irrationally and drops our share price below $5 per share or even $3 per share or $2 per share, that we can act quickly to stop that fall so that institutional investors don't run out on us. Because once they start leaving, we're in trouble. And so Anthony Noto and his team says, hey, let's get ahead of this because we don't know what's going to come. Our business is great. We're doing very well. Our strategy is working. We're working towards profitability. We have 7 straight quarters of adjusted EBITDA profitability. We grow members. We're near 4 million members now, 4x more than we were back in 2017 when the scandal all happened. We're doing extremely well. Or what was that, 2019 maybe? I think it was 2019 that they had 1 million subscribers, 1 million members. Now they're at 4 million, nearly 4 million. So the business is doing well. That's not the issue. The issue is that the market is uncertain. Let's just get ahead of it. Let's figure this out and get this power to our board just in case things go very wrong in the next year. Just the next year. It's not any definite power to do a reverse split whenever we want. It's in the next year. When things are going crazy right now, inflation is very high, interest rates are going up quickly by the Federal Reserve, and supply chain issues continue to persist, and the war persists, and all of these macro things and geopolitical issues are going on. We want to have control over our future. That's what good management does. They don't wait and say, let's hope for the best. Hope is not a strategy, right? Hope is not something you want your management team relying on heavily. You want them to take the right steps and hedge their bets. And that's exactly what SoFi is doing. So for me, I'm not hedging very much. I'm a very concentrated investor. But I can do that because the companies I invest in, like SoFi, they're very diversified. And they hedge. And they do risk assessments and risk analysis and mitigation. Right? They have very smart people who do all of that. And they say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Let's just get ahead of this now and shore ourselves up just in case something goes wrong. But this guy in the comments says SoFi is going to be worth 50 cents per share just because they do a stock split. One day it'll be worth $5 per share. The next day it'll be worth 50 cents per share because there's a reverse stock split. Propaganda. Don't listen to it. Don't buy into all of the nonsense that you hear in the comments and in Twitterverse and FinTwit. All of that is just a bunch of people who like propaganda. Remember, the majority is always wrong. Because the majority, they just follow the rest of the majority. They just follow along with whatever some cool kid says, some cool guy says. They hear it from somebody that they admire, that they worship, and they say, oh, he said it, it must be true. The math doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna listen to what he says and just say it again because he has lots of money. So he must be the smartest person out there. No, that's dogma. That's just not thinking for yourself. That's not smart. So ignore the noise. You want good management, and that's what we have, and that's what I have to say on this. So I hope that this quick rant is helpful to someone out there. If you haven't seen my video explaining why SoFi wants to get the powers for reverse stock split in the next year, go watch it. I explain it very well, if I must say so myself. And it's exactly what Anthony Noto just said to the Morgan Stanley analyst when he was interviewing with them. It's like pretty much verbatim. It's just prudent management. Go listen to that video. And let me know what your thoughts are. Am I wrong? Do you think that SoFi is going to be worth 10x less just because they do a reverse stock split? Does that make any sense to you? If it does, let me know. I can get my I have some friends who tutor in math, and they'll be more than happy to help you out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you know what to do, and I'll see you again soon. You have been watching bullacademy.org on YouTube, where we teach long-term investing by breaking down concepts and sharing the stories of companies to help you build long-lasting sustainable wealth. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and want to see more like it, please remember to like the video below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and comment your thoughts on this topic, even if you just want to say hi. Hi. I would love to hear from you, and I always do my best to respond to every comment. If you would like to engage with me outside of YouTube, feel free to follow me over on Instagram at Lincoln W. Daniel, where I share random thoughts on life and wealth building. As always, This video has been brought to you by our patrons at patreon.bullacademy.org who support this channel financially to help us keep going and help me brainstorm new video ideas to share with all of you. We do this show together, and we do all of this in our private Discord chat where we discuss the stock market in real time every day by sharing news, rumors, and new investment ideas so we can all do our own research and then come back together and collaborate. So if you're interested in any of that, I hope you'll join us over at patreon.bullacademy.org. I'm Lincoln with bullacademy.org. Thank you again and have a great day.